So do the referees step in? Does the league step in when they see there's a chance that the Warriors and Steph Curry might not be advancing and say, damn it, can we really have a round two of the Western Conference playoffs without LeBron and without Steph? Do they step in because they want the Warriors to advance?
Crowd celebrating as well they should. The Rockets have evened it up at 3 games apiece, and the world champions are thinking about moving into the Western Conference Finals with a victory on Saturday. And the way they're playing, I wouldn't bet against them right now.
No, I wouldn't bet against them either, mainly because of the Archie Bell and the Grell factor, and that is the tighten up. They do the tighten up here in Houston, Texas. They not only sing and dance, they play basketball pretty good too.
A mentally tough team, a champion's pride has stepped up again. They now have won 7 straight elimination games. And this is a team that believes.
May 18th, 1995. That's the final call of a Rockets 116-103 victory over the Phoenix Suns in Game 6 of a Western Conference semifinal series where the Houston Rockets were down 3-1. They have come back from that deficit twice in team history, once in 95, the other time in 2015, and they have a chance to at least force a Game 7 tonight in San Francisco against the Golden State Warriors. Hello and welcome aboard the Paul Gallant Show on this Friday. Gotta get down on Friday, May 2nd of 2025. I am Paul Gallant. This is the most interactive sports talk show in Houston. You heard Voice Guy say how you can get in. 713-780-3776 to call, to text. On YouTube at ESPN Houston, on Twitch at ESPN 975. So, what are the odds the Rockets actually force a Game 7? What are the chances that they go to San Francisco on the road tonight and take down the Dubs? It's possible. I mean, think about it from this perspective. The Rockets, over the course of this series in totality, have outscored the Warriors by 7 points. In the 2 wins that the Rockets have, Golden State never got within 13 points in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, in the Rockets' 3 losses this series, they either had the lead or were within 3 points or less during the fourth quarter. And over the last 4 games, they've been shooting better from outside, a team that struggles to shoot from 3. They have shot 37% or better. A lot of that's been Fred VanVleet, especially the last 2 games. But it's certainly possible. I'm too much of a coward. I'm too chicken bleep to actually say that it's probable. I think there's a 20% chance of them winning tonight's game. It's Golden State after all. It's Steph Curry. It's Draymond Green. It's Jimmy Butler. It's experience versus a lack of it. But a little more experience for this young Rockets team as we get into tonight's Game 6. Here are the reasons to doubt their chances tonight. If you care about the all-time record, Houston is 10-17 all-time in Game 6s of a playoff series. They are 0-2 when playing a Game 6 against the Warriors. Their last win in a Game 6 was that ridiculous comeback that they had against the Los Angeles Clippers where James Harden was sitting on the bench. That's the last time that they've won a Game 6 that they were trailing in, you know? It's pretty crazy to think about that. Hell, I mean, 2018, they were up 3-2 in a Game 6 against the Golden State Warriors. And, of course, they lost that game and they lose Game 7. The unsustainability of the Rockets' recent offensive explosion also does seem unlikely to repeat itself on the road. The Rockets scored 131 points on Wednesday. They hadn't had more than 109 prior in this series. It's the most the Rockets have ever scored against the Warriors in the playoffs The Rockets are 22-3 this year when scoring 120 plus points. One of those losses, though, came against Golden State this year. Are they going to be able to get 120 plus points? Are they going to be able to score as easily as they did on Wednesday? Skeptical about that. In that game, the Rockets outshot the Warriors 55.1% to 41.7%. They outscored them despite shooting the ball 25 fewer times. It's basically their second best shooting percentage against Golden State in the playoffs. In 2015, they shot 56% in a game. And just the third time they've shot 55% or better in the playoffs going back to 1998. In their 2 wins, the Rockets are shooting 82.8% from the free throw line. In their 3 losses, they are shooting 58.7%. Good God, that is so bad. Where are they as far as free throw shooting? I mean, I would say probably closer to the 58.7%, given that they were the worst team in the NBA in free throw shooting this past year. So those are reasons to doubt the Rockets going into tonight's game. Those are reasons. A lot of what they did Wednesday is unsustainable. That said, is this the same Golden State Warriors team? I do wonder about that. I know they've got the names, and I know that they think that there's the same Golden State Warriors team, but are they the same team? I would say no. If you put a gun to my head, if you gave me truth serum, I think I'd give the same answer. I expect these two guys to continue doing what they have done the last couple of games. Thompson, who had 25 points, 5 steals, and 3 blocks, becoming the 5th different player to do so. Hakeem Olajuwon did it twice. Elvin Hayes, Charles Barkley, and Rick Barry, the other guys who did it. He's averaging 21 points a game his last 2 games, and he is shooting 62.5%. First 3 games, he was averaging 10 points a game. Thompson has arrived. I expect Thompson to continue what he's been doing. Alperen Sengun, you know what? I expect him to do what he did, at least in game number 5. 15 points, 9 boards, 9 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Last Rocket to do that was Tracy McGrady in the playoffs against Utah in 2008. He's the youngest player to have done numbers like that in a non-overtime playoff game since Chris Webber in 1994. Pretty impressive, huh? I think Sengun and Thompson are going to keep it up. What I do not know that'll keep up. First off, most importantly, is Steph Curry going to continue to struggle dealing with the golf ball on his thumb? He had 17 points. Excuse me, he had 13 points. He was 4 of 12 shooting, 7 assists in 23 minutes. He's averaging 28 points a game in Warriors wins. He is averaging 16.5 points per game in the 2 losses. More assists in those games, but he has been inaccurate. I am very curious about what kind of Steph Curry we're going to get. Is the swelling down? Is the swelling increased? But he doesn't look like himself, and the fact that Thompson felt confident enough to just rip the ball away from him a couple of times on Wednesday, I think, does make you feel good about the chances that Steph Curry doesn't explode, even if he's actually competent out there tonight. And then the other question is, what the hell is Fred VanVleet? I don't know what to make of him. He scored 26 points game 5. He scored 25 points in game 4. And they are 12-2 this year, the Rockets, when he scores more than 20 points. The last 2 games, he is averaging 25.5 points a game. He's 12 of 18 from outside. He had 34 points on 6 of 29 from outside the first 3 games of the year, of the series. What is he? I don't know. He's probably somewhere in between that. But is he going to be somewhere in between that tonight? If he is, I think there's a good chance the Rockets lose. If he's who he's been, the Rockets are going to win. I don't think that's a debate. But the way that he is shooting has been absolutely insane. He had 8 threes in game 4. He had 4 on Wednesday. Is he really going to be able to keep on shooting the way he has as defenders collapse on Jalen Green and he gets open behind them? I don't know. One last thought on tonight's game number 6. I wonder what's going on with the referees. Let me put my tinfoil hat on for a moment. We have a drawer behind me, and there's a tinfoil hat in it. Do the referees want a game 7? do they want to extend this series? I mean, it has been pretty high-quality theater, no? You've got Draymond Green against everyone on the Rockets. You've got Dylan Brooks against everyone on the Warriors. You have Pat Spencer headbutting Alperen Sengun. You've got Sengun getting shoved by that other guy whose name I refuse to remember. You've got a lot of drama in this series already. I would want to keep this going if I'm a TV executive. But at the same time, I mean, you heard Steve Kerr acting all entitled after Game 5. And you know what the Warriors are thinking to themselves about how this series has gone and how the last few games against the Rockets have gone. The last 3 times that they have lost to the Rockets, you have seen all the excuses. April 6th, Steph's being manhandled. Game 2, oh, this series is too physical. You have Draymond on your team, by the way. Game 5, this series is getting dirty. They're going after Steph's thumb. So do the referees step in? Does the league step in when they see there's a chance that the Warriors and Steph Curry might not be advancing and say, damn it, can we really have a round 2 of the Western Conference playoffs without LeBron and without Steph? Do they step in because they want the Warriors to advance? Things to consider.